welcome to Lenses. Those on the recording, we've just had a nice little conversation to welcome in the morning. And what so these calls are really about getting you into the creative structure in alignment with what you are choosing to create, and creating accountability and a priority of looking at your week's lens and prioritizing what needs to get done, what's in my highest good to know this week to move me forward and create that momentum towards creating the life I love, and as you continue to live the life that you love. So what we like to do is to start off with our sweet and sours. So we're reflecting back in our week just gone. And so what I'd love for you to share either in the text box, and I can read it out, or if you'd like to come on and share on the video. Oh, great to see you, Kimberly. Yeah, just jump on and share your sweet. So something that has gone really well, a win. It could be small, it could be big, whatever it is, just what comes to mind. What is something that is your sweet for the week, and your sour is maybe a challenge or something that you're moving through, working through. And we'll keep it quite sharp, short and sweet and sharp. Try not to go too much into story. If you feel like you want to, then I'll probably crack the whip back into the creative structure, right? So we've only got half an hour on these calls, so try to make it short and sweet. Who would like to go first?
I'll go.
Great.
Okay, am I on? So I started, I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and I work with healing, and I started doing group sessions 2 weeks ago, and just doing it on the lighter stuff, and doing at a brand new studio. And so I did my first one in Passion and Purpose, and it was full. And then there's other people that couldn't come. So I did another one yesterday, and one person showed up, and I was like, okay, that's fine. And I did it, but it was sweet because something did come up with her grieving for her father. And I was able to, you know what, we're here alone. Just let me do a little bit of a healing session with you. So we healed through that with her. So that was a good thing. But we successfully did something for her. So that was good.
Fantastic. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. When I first started doing live calls and weekly calls, no one showed up. So even just to get one person is it might feel like, oh, not enough, but it's such a win as well. Yeah. Great. Did you have a sour? Did you have a challenge?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, the challenge was only one person showed up, but the good thing was then I was able to help her personally. So
yeah, right. Yeah. So I loved how you've actually flipped that into it's just a positive anyway. Yeah, perfect. Looking at you, Kerry.
Okay. Yeah, a few sweets. I rearranged my office, took only a few minutes, and I can't believe I've got the same stuff there, but I've got more room. I love it. I really, really love it. So I went in the other day and I changed it. That's right. So it was really lovely. The sour part is I have to still go through and reorganize how I've got things, but you know they'll be worth it. I slept. I've had issues with sleeping, and the other day I decided I'm going to turn the internet off. I've done that before and it hasn't made a difference. I've gone through layers of things now, and one of the wins is I've discovered the the lymphatic system and how I can do certain things. And since then, life has been better. So gradually I've been adding different things to my life on the physical level. And then finally, turning the internet off did work. And I slept a full night of 7 hours. I'm lucky to get 4 hours. Then went to the loo, it's recorded, to powder room, and then went back to sleep for another 3 hours. And then I forced myself to get up because it was about 9 or so o'clock. And yeah, and since then I've been sleeping through to about 2 o'clock with the internet off, and then just having difficulty falling back to sleep. But I feel so much better. I feel different. My eyes don't feel tired, you know. So yeah, it feels exciting. So it's just a few of the things.
That's great. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Sleep's so important.
I know, and there's been probably 12 years that I haven't, like insomnia and what have you. So it's nice.
Fantastic. Any challenges?
Yes, with business, as you know, the norm. But they're different now. I respond to them differently. They're boulders. Which way do I go around them, rather than, oh no, it's a boulder. My life's not worth it. And so that's really good. So there are more things that come in the way that I can work through, rather than stop my life for it and be the victim.
Yeah. And how's that? I actually really love to hear you say that you're working on the physical as well, because obviously, like that, you know, bringing oxygen to your brain and moving your body. We hold all of our energy in our body and our emotions. So moving that will actually help you to move stuck patterns and old patterns. Because I noticed you said, oh, the usual. And when are you going to change that story? When are you going to start creating the right environment for you to actually get out of that old pattern, that cycle, and start making new, like, changes that will move you and shift you out of, oh, the same old, right?
Yeah.
Notice that language.
Yeah, thanks for picking that up. I'll have to listen to the recording to hear what it was that I said. Yeah. Thanks for that. Yeah.
Yeah, the same old business patterns. Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, try and you know, maybe there's the recode that can shift you out of that, but maybe, yeah, journal on that.
All right, thanks for that. Appreciate it. Yeah.
I think I actually resonated with that because that was me last year.
Right. Yes.
And this year has made such an incredible shift in terms of, right, if nothing changes, nothing changes. And so it really has to come from, is this what you really want? Maybe do something different for a little bit. Do something different. Do what I did. I actually started doing a different role and different work, so that I got myself out of that same old bullshit story that I didn't like the marketing, and I didn't like sales, and I didn't like showing up, and I didn't, you know, all the business stuff that don't want to do my webinar. You know, I think it's been 2 years since I've decided a while ago that I was not going to do the webinar because I kept procrastinating on it. And so shift your change, you know, shift, don't give up, obviously, but shift where you're putting your energy. So it kind of gives you a bit of a urgency of, I've only got this much time now to work on my business. And what you notice, it comes from a different place, not a place of, I need to do this because I need to prove myself, but it comes from a place of, I get to do this with love and joy. Yeah. This is what I'm choosing. This is what, you know, most of my time's taken up now with this stuff. And so I've only got this stuff to work on my business, but my business is what I love. And so sometimes you actually do need to do something else to create a bit more sense of urgency with your time and your week?
Well, tomorrow, it just turns out I'm going to a woman's place. It's sort of a combination. It's a brand new house. She's just moved in, and so she's celebrating that with business women. And so I'm going there tomorrow, and it's, you know, quite a few challenges in it. It's a 2-hour drive away on freeways, and I don't like freeways. Anyway, that's a breakthrough for me because I haven't been out for the last 2 years. And it's going to be different, where I'm actually going to be with business women, and we're going to be working together and networking and supporting each other, you know, where we can go. So I'm really excited about that, because that is something different than just being online and doing the same old sort of thing. So that's going to be, I'm looking
Amazing,
forward to that. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
And
In person is so important, because when you're in the energy of someone that's doing what you want to do, or where you're moving towards, having that mentor and having a mentee, someone on this, you know, that you can bring up, someone that's on the same journey. We did this in the lenses workshop last week, and I'll post the replay. It's on YouTube now, I think, on my channel. But it's about, you know, having a mentor, 3 people in your life, right? Having a mentor, having a tribe, someone that's on the same journey, and having a mentee. So, but in person, not online, because you're in the energy of that. And even though we do have that online, and how amazing and incredible it is to have online and accessible, it's different when it's in person, and you'll absolutely feel that. I mean, Kimberly and I we met up on the weekend, and we did a hike and heal. I did one of my programs, and a very casual hike, but with intention. And it was just different to be in person, to be there, present. It's a lot different to just, you know, the online space. So changing things up, breaking your routine, breaking your old habits, because obviously the old habits aren't working, even though it might feel like, you know, oh, it takes time. It has been quite a few years, right? So change the cycle. It's not about giving up. It's just pivoting a little bit to see what else will work for you. Change your mentors, change the podcast that you listen to. Maybe, you know, like changing up the lenses call, like you said, like you're doing now. You're doing a different style. Like if what you're putting your energy into isn't moving you forward every single week, right, you know, change it. Maybe, you know, like if it feels good and you know it's incremental change, sure, like keep it going, don't give up. But if you feel like it's just keeping you in that problem solving, and it's just it's not really serving your highest, and you know the difference, perhaps just put that on pause for a minute, change it up, change the way you know, wake up. Now you're sleeping better. That might, you know, that little shift might actually help those other things that you thought might not working. It might have just been the sleep, you know. So
yeah, well, look, there's a huge difference when the days that I sleep to when I don't. When I've slept, it's like, who is this person? It's completely different day, and so much more is done, and I think so much differently compared to the nights that you don't sleep. And I didn't realize how severely bad that was for me until after I started to have quality sleep, and then having both. And when I don't have the quality sleep, it's like, whoa, I didn't realize how bad I was. So yeah, thank you for all of that. I'll definitely take that in.
Beautiful. Thanks for sharing, Kerry. Kimberly, would you like to share this morning, your sweet and sour?
How's the volume?
Yes, perfect.
Good.
Great. Mindful it's a recording. Great. So my sweet / win feels like having this week in particular is like, or the past week anyway, is having this home that I'm welcomed in, and I feel loved, and I feel safe, and I feel like I can begin to set, like, really ground in here. It's been a while since I've felt like I have a home and I'm welcomed in the space. And then other things is like lovership, like I'm really feeling loved and received and supported at the moment, both by lovers and community. Yeah, this new feeling of calm, slowly integrating it, and peace and joy, and noticing that when I reach maybe like a new level of feeling peace and joy in my being, and it's for like 15 minutes straight, then I can notice that my body's like, oh, whoa. And then there's like this natural grieving, graciously and uncontrollably grieving. Oh, what I used to feel in the past, I don't need to feel that way anymore. Like this is now the new normal. So it feels like a big win, a big sweet at the moment. Sour challenge. There's a pattern. It's been playing out for a while. But it's essentially boundaries. I'm noticing that I'm feeling a challenge with honoring my own boundaries and needs and desires, particularly with myself, and then also with others, around having like a healthy structure in life. So things like prioritizing sleep. Well, that's conversation today as well. Feels really good. Feeling super run down. My throat's not feeling great at all. Like physically, I'm not. Yeah, it's probably the worst I felt in a while physically. As far as like health. Yeah, prioritizing sleep and focusing on business and having like a balanced calendar around business and connecting with humans and nature time. Yeah, that feels like definitely a challenge at the moment. It's been frustrating. Yeah. That's me.
Getting your health a priority is, yeah, a common one. Yeah. So what we'll do, we're going to go into the 4 core orientational choices, and I think it will encapsulate all of the challenges and all of everything that we've all has been brought up. So thank you for sharing, and I just want you to have a look at your choice list, or bring up your choices, and just notice which one pops out of you, what you're choosing to focus on for this week. Has everyone got their choice? What's your main focus this week? What's your end result?
I have 2. Oh, sorry, one will be health and one's the business. Yeah.
So what's the end result? Say the sentence, if you may, Kerry, please.
Oh, I choose the end result of radiant and vibrant health, and the business one I keep changing. I'm not quite clear, but it's usually I choose the end result of having a successful ELF business, leading others to live their true nature and purpose.
Yeah, so an ELF business is an easy, lucrative and fun business. Just for those who might not know. Beautiful. Would anyone else like to speak out their end result?
Sure. So my next session that I'm setting up, a 4-week series, 2 hours per session, group. So it's Armor of God, Guardian Angels. And so to complete what I'm going to be doing during that session, and to start actually today marketing for it, because I did some, but I'm going to do some other ways of getting out to people for this week. And my ultimate goal is, well, bonus would be to have at least 9 people at the session.
So your end result, so when we there's a lot of like, that's the kind of outcome and the process to get there. But I choose the end result of a, you know,
I choose the end result of having over 9 people at my session that goes amazing. That's inspiring for them.
so fantastic. Yeah. When we put a number and a figure on it, we're still attached to an outcome in terms of, so what we like to do is have it a little bit more open, and as though, even though specificity, it creates power, when it comes to a number, like, wouldn't it be great even if just one person showed up, you know? So even though we would prefer a lot more, we want the universe to kind of keep it open. And so we're not, you know, we say as many as possible, so that we're not fixated, we're not disappointed if we only get 8, right? So an end result is, I choose the end result of delivering a program for and creating big impact for as many people as possible, something you know, around those lines. So it's specific, it can be specific, but it's also allowing infinite possibilities, and to, you know, you're being of service. Great. Fantastic. Kimberly, do you have an end result? That's something that you're choosing to create this week? Cool.
Did you want me to share it, or
yeah, when we speak
time.
it out, there's power in that. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Speak it into the portal.
Just wanted to honor the time. Cool. I choose the end result of I was like, this feels specific. So open to, of course, like, yeah, helping free words. So I choose the end result of minimum 8 hours sleep each night, meditating for 20 minutes at least twice a day, and feeling the end result of feeling rested and relaxed.
They're really great, but a lot of those are processes to the end result. An end result is feeling good, right? Feeling energized, feeling amazing, having it, you know, that's the end result. The process is what we think we need 8 hours. We think we need to meditate. If you want to have 8 hours and because it makes you feel good, go for that. But it's not because you need to have it to feel good, right? It's you don't, you know, not everyone needs to meditate to feel good or get the health that they desire, right? But you can choose those things because you want to. But when we choose an end result, you know, all of those, it's in that the energy of that end result that you just sleep, you know, that's not a problem anymore. It's easy to meditate. It's not a challenge. It's when you focus on creating that end result where you get enough sleep that your body needs, and you get to meditate because it feels good. There's no room for those other challenges to exist, because that's what you're choosing, to feel good. And it might come in many other different ways. You know, you might start changing your diet or this or that, or discover something else, and that creates that for you as well, even though you might only get 7 hours sleep. You know, so remember, like, we're not focusing on the process unless that's what you really want. You know, I choose the end result of having, you know, as much sleep as possible, or great, like a deep, nourishing sleep, because that's what you enjoy. But if it's just, when you think about it, it's actually probably just a process, what you think you need to do to get to what you actually really want. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's as the call is called, lens. It's the lens upon life, for sure. It's the energy and the intention that I'm coming to it with is ultimately the most important thing. For sure. Thank you for the reminder.
Beautiful. So if you need to pop off, I know we're over time, that's fine. But what I'll take you through a short just meditation into our 4 core orientational choices. So just taking a nice deep breath, and you can close your eyes if it feels good. Breathing down into your stomach. Breathing further down into your womb, your creator, in a space in your sacral. Breathing it out up your spine, out the top of your head. Just allowing yourself to connect. And as you feel this breath expand the energy within your body, just choose to be connected. And I just want you to breathe in the choice. I choose to be the predominant creative force in my life. Choose to be the creator, the co-creator. Breathing into your heart and truly feel what it feels like to be in this end result of being the predominant creative force in your life. Notice everything around you that you've created, knowing that you are the co-creator of it. And just what are all the possible ways that this can prove to you and shows up to your in your life that you're the creator, you're the predominant creator? What are all the possible ways that this can show up? And just ramp it up even more. Ask yourself again, what are all the possible ways that I can be the predominant creative force in my life? I make the choice how I live my life. I take responsibility of what shows up. I choose to direct my focus. And just continue to breathe that conscious breath deep down, filling your womb, breathing up the spine, activating all the energy centers as you breathe. And with your next breath, choose the end result to be to live your true nature and purpose. Your true nature as a conscious creator, spirit, source. And your purpose is to create exactly what you choose, how you choose to live your life, how you overcome challenges, what impact you create for others, being of service, light worker. Whichever way you choose to create. And just think and feel the choice. I choose to live my true nature and purpose. And fully feel that with every fiber and cell in your body. Breathe it into your lungs. Breathe it into your heart. I choose to to live my true nature and purpose. Breathe it down all the way down into your womb. Birthing it out into the universe through your breath. I choose to live my true nature and purpose. And with your next breath, fully embodied and integrated. Breathe in. I choose to be healthy and vital in a body that supports me. Breathe this in. Notice the oxygen going through into your lungs, into your body and your bloodstream. I choose to be healthy and vital in a body that supports me. Honor this physical vessel. What are all the ways that you can be healthy and vital now? Just allow that mental rehearsal of being it now. What would you be doing if you're fully healthy and vital in a body you love? With all the energy in the world, feeling so good. Communicating to every cell in your body now. Just step into that version of yourself that is fully integrated, healthy and vital, fully functioning. And with your next breath, just sending gratitude to your physical body, gratitude to every cell. And taking a nice deep breath in. Choose to live the life you love. I choose to live the life I love. Breathe that in. All the way into your womb and let it brew, get larger and develop. Breathe it out your spine, out into the universe. I choose to live the life I love. Allow that to come into your mind's eye. What are all the possible ways I can truly live the life I love right now? What proves to me that this is true, that I'm living this? So allow that to come into you now, come into your awareness. Turn it up even more. What are all the possible ways you can live the life that you love right now? And just play with this, immerse yourself, let it show up, be it now, feel it in your heart. What would you be doing? What are you doing? Just allow it to be true right now, sending those chemical reactions to your brain that you are it. You already have it in the 5D. Bring that down into the physical. Feel it in your body. Feel the frequency of that version of yourself that lives the life that you love. And just breathe that in. Breathe it all the way down into your womb. Breath it through your breath, up your spine, out the top of your head. Fully connected to the universe. And just choose to reset your micro oscillation to that of what you're creating. And the completion 999999999. So be it, so it is, and now bear witness. Take one more last breath in and out, and return to normal breathing. Slowly bringing your conscious awareness back into the room, back into your body, your fingertips, your toes. You can start to move a little bit. And the last thing, when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back to the call. I always like to move my body after that and stretch. Put on some music and dance. I love doing that in the morning.
Can I tell you a quick story that something amazing that happened this week?
Please.
So Tuesday I was coming back from my mom's, which is a 5-hour trip, and the roads were clear. We're in winter, full winter. But the roads were clear. I went to pass a semi truck and I must have hit black ice because there was no snow or anything else. And my car started swerving back and forth, back and forth. And I thought, if it keeps doing this, I'm going to go into the side of the semi truck because it was only a 2-lane highway and I was passing. And so I chose, when it went the other way, I just went into the ditch. So, which was fine. I rolled in and it was a wide ditch. And so I'm like, okay, I go forward a little bit, couldn't. So actually part of what I'm teaching is calling in the angels to help you, your guardian angels. So I went, okay, I'm going to do it and I'm going to call in the guardian angels. But in my mind was that they would help as I trying to get out into the snow back up, that they would push or lift or in some ways. And then all of a sudden I couldn't go anywhere. So I was okay, let's do this again. So it's just send me your angels to help me out of this ditch. And literally in minutes from the highway and from the farmer's field came 2 strangers, didn't know each other. And at the same time, the truck stopped. He came down, had a shovel in his truck. The other guy had a bulldozer tractor. And he dug me a path. And the other guy unstuck me, dug around my tires. And between the two of them, I was able to drive right out of the ditch. And that's so awesome.
Love that. So powerful. Predominant creative force. Love that. Thank you for sharing that. That's such an amazing story, and it really reminds you to ask for help when you need it, and connect to your spirit guides, connect to your angels. They're there. They want to help you.
and to realize and go, I thought it would be one way, but it was a different way.
Yeah.
When the young guy came to the window, I said, I was just praying for angels to come and help me. He goes, well, we're not angels. I go, oh, you are. To me, you are.
Yeah. Right. Beautiful. I love that. And anything else come up for anyone during that meditation that they'd like to share? If you don't, that's all good. There's no other. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, if there's no other shares, we'll wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining. Thanks, Carrie, for coming on for your first time. And it will be 8 o'clock again, 8 a.m. next week, so normal time. I'll update the Facebook event for proper time. I don't know what's going on with the daylight savings, but thank you all. Lots of love and light. Blessings. Have a great Have a great week.
Thank you.